This is the story of how I came to Abilene, Texas, as I moved here from a small town with only 12,000 people to a university alone that was close to half the size of my town. As I look back to 15 years ago when I entered into Abilene Christian University and how I began to become an alumni of my alma mater. Let me step back a little bit in history in ACU. ACU was founded as Children's Classical Institute in 1906 and was the second religious higher education institution in a town of then less than 10,000 people. The college changed locations several times until it settled in northeast Abilene in the 1940s. I am a third-generation ACU student as my grandmother attended in the late 1920s, my mother attended in the 1970s, and I graduated in the 1990s. Over the years, ACU became a centerpiece of the Churches of Christ. This model of Christian higher education drew me to it as I entered into my senior year of high school and desired to be a Christian teacher. Every year, ACU begins its school year by welcoming its freshman class with a mixture of fun activities and spiritual exercises. One of these activities is called the Candlelight Devotional. On sundown of the first night of welcome week, all 1,100 plus freshmen join together to sing devotional songs and begin a week of getting to know the purpose of ACU and their purpose within it. This activity is not only attended by the students, but the leaders of the university, as all join together to begin our student experience. Throughout the week there are many activities, including the world's largest twister game, the entire Coliseum floor filled with intertwined freshmen, Mud Day, one of the low-lying areas of the campus soaked and tilled to create a massive slip-and-slide mud day. But as the week ends, the school year begins with the opening chapel ceremonies. It begins with a parade of flags, a celebration of each state and nationality represented at ACU. Me, I always had a front row floor seat as a member of the Big Purple Marching Band shown performing here. There were always top speakers for opening chapel, including one year, then Governor Bush. But chapel wasn't just a once-a-year service. We met all 4,500 plus students and many faculty every weekday from 11:05 to 11:35 in praise, community, and study of the scriptures. As I said before, I was in the Big Purple Marching Band, so this stadium became my second home almost every Saturday and each fall, marching with a sousaphone on my shoulder. When I wasn't with the band or at work, this is where I spent much of my time at the ACU library. The library has many scenic views overlooking the campus, as well as quiet areas that allow you to concentrate, space out, or even surf the web. It was 1995 anyways, the year that Al Gore invented the World Wide Web. That was where I spent my time until I met my wife. She was a phenomenal long-distance runner for ACU and ran with some of these guys you see here. She ran year-round for the school and loved it. I got to see many a track meet, usually from close up, as I helped at many of those meets to be able to be in the chute as she crossed the finish line in cross country. As I began my student life at ACU, I chose to work my way through college and pay for anything that didn't come in scholarships or grants. My first job was with the world-famous bean, the school cafeteria. That didn't last long, about 3 shifts. Then I found a much better job, one that allowed me to spend my time as I pleased and work when convenient for me. Grading papers for introductory math classes. Some of the most tedious work. Teachers don't mind giving homework if they don't have to grade it. This is still my least favorite part of teaching. During my sophomore year, I got into the Learning Enhancement Center and began tutoring and also private tutoring on the side. I got pretty good at the one-on-one tutoring and balancing large loads that came in. I had many regulars who would find out my shifts to come and work on their math homework. I was even promoted to the head math tutor for the department during my senior year and got my first taste of educational leadership. Throughout my stay at the university, I always enjoyed the intricacies that I learned about myself and others around me. From the times of introspection to the thoughts of my purpose in the world. But more importantly, my place in the kingdom of God. And how I can become a tower of light in a dark world. And spread the hope of God's promise in everyday situations.